Right. You'd think with the amount of times I've streamed before, this would be quite simple. But if you're on YouTube right now, good afternoon. We are streaming the Liverpool save. If you missed the last episode of this screen is a spoiler, but this will have showed you, I don't know how many results we did. I think we did about 6. We'll probably do a similar amount today. Maybe get to the FA Cup semi-final. I'm just going to tweet out that we're live and find a way to do that. So if you're in the chat right now already, hi. If you're in the comment section, well, you can't. I won't be able to respond in real time, so don't know if it's the same. But it's not the same, is it? Now, how do I? Now, see, ordinarily I would know what to do here because professional, but I literally don't know where the link is to even tweet this out. Oh God, I did this the other day and now I can't remember. It's a disaster. Right. Oh no, I do remember. If I go on to my just this is a tutorial all of a sudden. And I click there. Oh, 50 people are watching already, it says. God, we're barely alive right now. There you go. I accidentally, if people were confused and thought, did I miss one of these? You didn't miss one of these. I just accidentally streamed on YouTube and I was supposed to stream on Twitch. So, well done me. Hello, everyone. To clear up this answer once, so if anyone else comes in and asks, Al Lafferty, you're in control of telling people this. The reaction video for Tactics was out of sync, and I wasn't going to react and fake a reaction for you, so I thought won't do it, and probably do another one soon whenever they release a new one. So there we are. We've had a question immediately. Have you ever been to Ireland? Northern Ireland, yes. And actually the Giant's Causeway, that's sort of like on the edge, right? So both, actually. Right. What we're going to do today then, we've got Manchester United in the league, we've got Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and the LFA Cup semi-final against Stoke. Now, I think chances are we'll get through most of these. If we progress through Bayern Munich, though, that will give us some more matches and complicate everything. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. That's our competition screen. You can see we're doing pretty well on everything, although we were knocked out at the quarter-final stage by Manchester United. We kick things off then with this league game against United, and they are top of the table, looking pretty comfy. I will be answering questions throughout this stream, folks. If you're in the chat, we'll chat. They're 17 points clear with, when there's not that many games to go. So I think they've probably won the league. If we can get into the top 4, though, have a little run at the Champions League. I mean, this could be a devastating episode or stream of what happens. So we'll see. You were excited to hear me pronounce the new player roles. I've been practicing them, so I knew what to do. I knew what to say. But actually, they're not too hard. Inverted winger is one of them. That's quite. I could get that one nailed down. I mean, in case anyone's interested, I think the Tactics video was good. Not just my one, their one as well. So there we are. Hey Ben, thank you for the content you make. You had a really hard week this week. Lost your granddad. Oh, that's very sad to hear. On Wednesday, no matter how unhappy I have been, your videos still make me laugh. Do you know what? That makes me doing videos very much worth it, I feel, when I read a comment like that. Sheeny, so I hope things get a little bit better. I mean, problem is, right, we've got a guy called Robbie in the chat who's clearly a knobhead, so we're going to put that user in timeout. He's going to learn to not be a vile little prick, and then he's going to come back. Sadly, people in the rebroadcast, you won't know what he said, but he's just trying to be antagonistic. Not up for it this morning, so stop that, Robbie. Anyway, how you doing? Is the boss? How are you? Oh, that was a vicious start, wasn't it? But you know, you got to do these things. Right, we are playing United. Then they've got Zlatan up front, Martial, Mkhitaryan, Herrera, Pogba, Blind, Zeka, Laporte, Mustachio, number 21. David De Gea, and our team is really good. So if you've been watching the series, this won't be... I mean, you should be familiar with them. If you haven't, then just catch up, I guess. Ben would be a great teacher. I run, my family's a line of teachers, to be fair. So I actually think I wouldn't be an awful teacher. I'll say that much. Thank you, Joe. Happy birthday, Joe. It's also Kino's birthday for the fans today. If anyone listens to For the Fans, Keenan's birthday. I would say wish him happy birthday on Twitter, but the ego boost I'll get from that, I'm not sure. I want you to, really. Do I watch Game of Thrones? I don't watch Game of Thrones. I've never watched Game of Thrones. That doesn't mean I won't ever watch it. It just means it's just not my sort of thing right now. As we nearly had a Aguero through there. As De Bruyne picks up, back into Aguero. It's a bit quick this, but we'll carry on. Klein drills it across, and De Gea makes the save. We'll slow it down just a little bit. Mini Mara said, keep up the great work and love your content. And Coutinho or Heiser? I'll go Heiser at the moment because Coutinho keeps making eyes at Barca, doesn't he? Favourite biscuit, custard cream. Thank you for asking. The big questions. I'm glad we've got it out there. Hey then, Pingo, Wood Chip, good to see you. Again, these names to the people watching on the rebroadcast mean very little. But yeah, we've been on a good run on this save though, and hopefully it can continue today. If it doesn't, then, as I say, this video or stream could be, it's both, isn't it? Could be very disappointing for us all. So, look forward to that. Can I send Kino a Birmingham City mug for his birthday? Absolutely. It is his genuine birthday. I'm not lying about a birthday this time. Johnny asks, first team you'll manage in FM18? Good question, as Ander Herrera puts United 1-0 up at Old Trafford. Damn. We'll come off attacking and go standard. I do that a lot in the Spell series. First team I'll manage? I'm not sure, actually. My first save on YouTube will be with Arsenal, but I'll probably stream it straight away. So, yeah. Do you have a different job other than YouTube? No. Thank you. Good question, though. Weller or KSI? Wow. A question I never thought I'd be asked, to be honest. I mean, bit of a shitty answer. I'm not really bothered as Salah. I'm not bothered about that. Salah scores, back on level terms, switched it to standard, got ourselves a goal. Lovely old job. I'm not really bothered. I've got no issue with the man in a boxing match. There's a lot of people going, oh, this is the end of YouTube, this is the end of content as we know it. No, it's not. It's just two people doing something which is quite entertaining for millions of people. So just let them do it. It's fine. As long as no one gets like a bit too deep, I think it'll be all right. What's my go-to pizza topping? Someone asked. Probably anything barbecuey. But I'm a fan of a margarita, to be honest. I'm not really picky as Klein pulls it back. Salah's there again. Oh my goodness gracious. We've switched it around. We got off attacking. We came a little bit more reserved. And we scored 2 goals for it. Klein's getting forward. Salah pops it in. That's what we're talking about. The strikerless formation's doing absolute wonders here, folks. There's an overload in the middle. Look, they can't deal with it. There's 4 players there with 3 of them marking. Shocking behaviour from the United defence. And we've turned it round. Oh, blimey, the questions are flying through now. I won't read all of the questions out. But I'll try and go through some of the best ones. So if I ignore your question, it's because it wasn't very good. Sorry, I'm just sitting there coughing, laughing at my own joke, really. Harry said, Ben, I'll read these ones out because these are nice. Ben, your content is quality, and thanks for the videos, not a problem. Favourite city or place you visited? Favourite city, I do like London, I must say. I do like being around the sort of the buzz of London. Favourite place I've been is probably the top of the Rock of Gibraltar, where you can see Africa, Europe, and be in like what feels like Britain. It's really weird, but it's great. So yeah. Thoughts on Allardyce managing Scotland? No, that won't be happening. Imagine that. When are me and Work the Space having a charity boxing match? That's a great question. Whenever he's brave enough, really. Whenever he's brave enough. Which Spell player which is taking this Liverpool team? Dorian Heiser, without doubt. Right, well, so far so good. I mean, the halftime team talk went well. I can't remember doing it, but I know it just happened. And I think I gave sort of the generic, you're doing well, keep doing well sort of team talk. So much for a complete playthrough. This has become a full-blown chat as, well, the team talk went very well as Ibra scores 45 minutes and 30 seconds in. Goodness gracious. I've ever been to Scandinavia. I've not been to Scandinavia. Ben, remember when you said if I ever start doing reaction videos, that's when I've given up with YouTube? Well, there you are then. I mean, it's happened. I don't really mean this sort of reaction video, to be clear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Ibra's, okay, well, I think we'll have to go back to attacking and just hope that we don't get pummeled. I think what I meant by that, and when I say reaction video, I think reacting to Football Manager content stuff that's happening isn't the same as doing like, oh, there was a top 10 list of things that make you laugh. Like that sort of generic nonsense I'm not into. But reacting to stuff that is like relevant to my channel, I think's fine. I think that just the generic reaction videos of, oh, don't laugh at this challenge with like 20 minutes of stuff that's supposed to make you laugh. That's the sort of content that I think is questionable. Like, it's just a bit like, I don't know, not really a fan. TBH. Do you upload your save files? Yes. It's all to do with the Patreon, though. So if you're on Patreon, what I'm going to do... Well, this attacking thing's worked out, hasn't it? What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a save... So in Spal right now, I'm going to create a save file so you can perform the same run-in as me. So if you're... I don't know what... I can't remember what the one on Patreon is. It's one of the Patreon offers. If you're at that level, I'm going to give you the database, not at the end of the season, so you can't know anything. I'm going to let you play the end, much like I have. And I'm going to give that to you sooner rather than later. So... But I don't want to know about what you're doing within it. But I'm going to release that to some of the Patreon people if they qualify as part of like the reward system. Someone just said, "Can you fix Liverpool?" I can't, I'm afraid. Now the awkward thing is people are asking about the Liverpool United. There's a Liverpool Manchester United game happening tomorrow in real life. If you're watching this in the future, they're asking about that. It'll be awkward for me to now say, "Oh, I definitely think this team will win. Liverpool will win, obviously." Because if they don't, people will just send me this clip and be like, "Well, they didn't win. You look stupid." And I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, fair play." So I think it'll be a great game that everyone will enjoy. There you go. Is the Pro Clubs trailer out tomorrow? Great question. Probably not. Talk to Chris Proud. Sunday, though, we think. But we'll see. See, like, I understand people are coming in, like, you're trying to make a joke there, but it's not funny. Oh, he's trying so hard as well. Never mind. Joe Hart, yeah, I do have Joe Hart in goal. He's not done me any favours in this one, I must say. You've conceded 4, make that 5. Well, he's actually made as Carrius anyway. Oh yeah, because Joe Hart's injured, isn't he? I forgot. Joe Hart got injured, so he doesn't feature anymore. So it's Carrius at fault for all this. Danny Ward's sitting on the sideline going, "I'm ready, boss." I might have to consider getting Danny Ward involved, although he's not actually that good, really. But, you know. Do you enjoy all types of tea, or are you a picky type? I have... see, people think I'm posh for this, but I don't think it's posh. It's what I've always had. It's what I've grown up with. It's not my fault. I have PG Tips granules, so I don't have tea bags. So tea bags to me feel like if you go for like a breakfast at like a supermarket. So it's a bit weird. But I'm sure when I move out, we'll be doing tea bags because I don't know. I literally don't know. I've said that. I don't know why that'd be the case. I'm going to be demanding granules. So. Aside from Virgil van Dijk, who else do you think could fix Liverpool's defence? That wall that Trump's building would be useful, I reckon. Put that at number 1. No, I don't think Liverpool's defence is that tragic. I think Van Dijk, Matip, Klein and Robertson, given the time, will be alright. I still think Mignolet offers like little confidence to defenders. Like when I played, my thing was like always trying to give confidence to my back line, so they knew that if they screwed up, I'll be there to like solve the issue that was arisen, right? That was always my thing when I played. And then, but with Mignolet, I feel like Lovren's thinking, if I mess up, there's a good chance that he'll mess up and we're in all sorts of bother. So I think having a confident keeper is a problem. I think it allows certain defenses to play certain ways. Like with Chelsea, they've got Courtois. With United, they've got De Gea. And they know that like if things go wrong, they've still got a man behind him that's going to bail them out. And I don't think Mignolet offers the same sort of... I don't know. I think he's a decent keeper and I think he makes some good saves, but I don't think he offers that same confidence, to be honest. So, do I add milk to my tea? I'm not a maniac. Well, you know, of course I do. What sort of question is that? What about the Wall in the Spell series to help Liverpool's defence? I mean, yeah, get it involved, by all means. It might work out. What do I think of Oxlade-Chamberlain? I think Oxlade-Chamberlain has been trained to play a certain way for Arsenal that isn't quite conducive yet to how Liverpool play. So we almost have to kick the Arsenal out of him for a little bit and make him a little bit more dynamic. And he's trying to be... With Arsenal, right, they're a team that keep the ball well and then go for like a big moment to get them through a game, I feel like. And like I say, Chamberlain keeps trying to create those big moments, but it's not his job. So I'm a bit worried that it's one of those things where if he doesn't adapt, then it's a lot of money that we've just wasted on a player that isn't actually going to adapt. I personally, though, think that I think he will adapt. So I guess we'll see. But there's lots of time. There's lots of time left. We'll see. Will moving out affect my content at all? Yeah, it probably means there'll be more, I would imagine. I would suspect. If you disagree with my opinion on Oxlade-Chamberlain, that's fine. I'm happy to discuss it like in an intelligent, smart way, other than L Ventures who's just written, no, he's just shit. So, well, I can't really argue that then, can I? Okay, 1-0 to you, I guess. Most underrated Liverpool player. I mean, people know I would say Jordan Henderson all day, every day, but I don't think he's necessarily underrated by Liverpool fans as much as he is by other fans. He just does that. He's not a highlights package player, but when he's not there, you notice that, oh, we need him there because he's important, otherwise we get overrun. So, again, if you disagree, absolutely fine, but be nice about it. Ben, why don't you do a Spal 2K13 career mode in FIFA or with any other teams? That would be something I would quite like to do on the second channel, maybe. I'd quite like to do a career mode thing, maybe. Keep using the word maybe on my second channel. Second channel right now is not really doing anything, so that might be quite a nice place to put it. We'll have your own office in the new house. Yes. Hence moving, because that's a good reason to move. Lots of questions coming through. So for those that didn't notice there, we just lost to Manchester United pretty convincingly, to be fair. De Bruyne's injured as well now, so that's good news. And we played Bayern on the Tuesday. Actually, it's an international break. Okay, well, we'll just we'll do an international break. Looked like there was a long time, so we'll just carry on. Will I do a reaction to the video, the tactics video from yesterday? No, because I did one and it didn't work. So, yeah. Would you get a green screen in your office? Yes. That doesn't mean I'll constantly use it, but it's definitely going to make life a lot easier. I'll put it that way. Thank you for all the questions. Most of the questions are really good. How good is the new background going to be? Well, what I'm going to do is just take a picture of this background, put it on the green screen, and nothing will change. Because people don't like change today, so that's going to be the plan. My most exciting thing, folks, is I'm going to get an L-shaped desk. So that's going to be, that's the highlight for me. I've never had an L-shaped desk before, so that's going to be good. I'm pumped. And I need to buy some new monitors as well. So that's going to be another bit of excitement for me. When is the move? Towards the end of... I mean, it's the worst time ever. It's probably when the beta comes out for FM18. I did tweet this yesterday, but I'm going to say this in a video in case anyone watches this and is wondering. There is no release date for the Football Manager 2018 beta. There is that one does not exist. So anyone saying this is when it comes out or speculating, that's what they're doing. They're speculating. No one actually knows. Only the top dogs at Football Manager know, and even they might not be 100% sure right now. So just wait and see. Traditionally, it comes out 2 weeks before the game releases. The game comes out on the 10th. Take away 14 days. We're looking at, what date was it? We looked at this the other day. So with that in mind, we're probably looking at like the 26th, 27th, 28th. 27th, I reckon, would be a good bet, but literally nobody knows. So if you're hearing it's coming out this, no, you don't know. So stop this. So there we are. What's your real name? Ben is my real name. Thank you for asking. I should say, and this is just a shout out to anyone that does it and might be thinking, why isn't my message coming through? If you swear, YouTube just filters the comment. So I'm just letting you know. Just in case you didn't know, essentially. Benny Woodburn, who's at Barnsley right now, he's just picked up... He's played a lot of games so far this season. He's just picked up Player of the Month for Barnsley. Is that in the Championship as well? That's not bad, you know. 4 goals in 5 games, 7.22. What position is he playing in right now? What am I doing here? I don't want Scout Report, do I? No, I want development. Yeah. Mainly as a striker. Interesting. I assume that's why he's been scoring goals then, more recently. Again, if I miss your question, there's quite a lot of questions now, so if I don't see them... Alright, Robbie, I understand. Just don't be a knob. It's easy. Actually, my real name's not Ben. My real name is Benjamin. I'm actually a Benjamin. So... The tweet is saying it'll be about 2... Yes, always 2 weeks before. And it will be about 2 weeks before, but no one knows. So, is Ben Sports News moving with you? No, he's not. He's getting his own place. Don't know where that is. So, we don't talk. I'll be honest. Halfway through the Spell series, off camera, we had a massive bust up. I shouldn't really be talking about it because I did sign a non-disclosure release form. But I'm saying now that there's a bust up. There's been problems, so we're not moving in together. So, right, yeah, Robbie, I got it. It was. Ooh. How far have you got with planning for your FM18 series? Well, with the Arsenal one, I've got an idea. I've got a plan. I've not got much time left, really, for the plan, but there is a plan. And for the main save, there's going to be quite the work to do on that still. So I'm not sure. There's a bit of planning, but not a lot of planning. Right then, this is the team that's going to have to line up for this game. There's no Joe Hart. For those that are wondering, Joe Hart is injured for 2 to 3 months with tendonitis, so he probably won't be back for the rest of the year, which means Karius is going to have to come in. So the team for this match against Bayern Munich, Champions League, by the way, quarter-final. Karius, Klein, Van Dijk. Actually, we could move Saka out for Matip. Actually, we will do that. Matip comes in with Williams, Emre Can and Henderson in the middle. Again, do you want to be changing that up? Maybe bring back Nangolan because he's just better. I think we probably do. Salah, De Bruyne, Aguero and Keita, I think are going to remain the same. They've been scoring far more goals. I do quite like Mane as a sub option, but he's not really been doing as well as some of the other boys this year. So let's get out there and do the business. For anyone wondering how's he got Aguero and De Bruyne, City finished 10th. We sold Coutinho for 95 million and bought them both for about 140. So there you are. You're filled in now. You're filled in. Right, let's just get this game done. People in the live chat, I will get back to you in a moment after I've seen through the opener of this. As they come out of the tunnel. Lovely stuff. Lined up. We were in our black kit today. Oh, the stadium looks rounded, doesn't it? Okay, right. I'm going to make this. I'll make this clear. Like one time, to people in the chat that think you're being funny by writing like stupid shit. Right. I get that you think you're being funny and you think I'm taking it too seriously, but I can't be bothered. Is the honest answer. So while you're not like offending me, you're just writing stupid shit. You can't then be offended when I block you from my channel and then come to me on Twitter and go, oh, he was so salty. No, I just think you're a bit of a knob and you're just ruining it for everyone else by taking up space in the chat. So, again, appreciate you being around and tuning in, but then again, if you're going to act like a prick, then you're going to have to be dealt with. And because Bayern have scored, I'm in a bad mood, so we're going to have to deal with a few people. So, Robbie Horsley, thanks for coming, mate. But you're gone now. So again, appreciate your time, but you're an idiot. So you're gone. I mean, someone's written any single girls here? Absolutely not. Have you ever watched a Football Manager YouTuber? Matthew, you can have a timeout for that because I've not seen you be a knob already. So again, I don't want to have to ban and time people, but if you're gonna be an idiot, then like, what do you expect? I was young once and I wanted attention, so I know what you're doing. But this is the wrong way to do it. Like, have you noticed that the people I'm answering questions from are the people asking normal questions, not the people trying to be funny? Like, come on, let's get a bit of perspective, eh? Come on now, dearie me. And I understand if you're watching this on a rebroadcast, none of this makes sense, and I'm sorry, but I just have to address the issue. It's weird, right? Because you don't actually get this in on Twitch chat, so it must be conducive to people on YouTube that haven't got a brain cell yet. Most people on YouTube are lovely, but there's one or two that think, "Oh, here we go, time to make a scene." What shall I write? Let's write a rude word. Okay, oh dear, steady on, bloody. Vidal Castro's over here. I think he's mental, right? Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Oh, blimey, people are getting very angsty. We're still 1-0 down, by the way. Karius, he's back in Germany. He should be loving this. But so far, 1-0 down. Who scored the goal as well? I missed that. So I was on a little rant. Thomas Muller. Okay. Well, it might be an option here in this match to play with a striker. De Bruyne finds Salah there, whose shot is saved and then blocked. And it's cleared, which is a shame. But, these things happen. What am I listening to, Ben? Actually, right now I'm not listening to anything. But ordinarily I would have music on when I record stuff. So, you probably don't get on Twitch because they're already banned. I mean, that's true. That might well be the case. Any chance of a Foot Champ stream today? Yeah, I'm probably going to do some Foot Champ stuff on Twitch literally straight after this, for those that are interested. So, Ben, will you play a game with Legends, e.g. Liverpool Legends database or something similar on with FM18? If there's like a good one, if there's a good thing to do, like if there's a good database made, then yeah, I'll do it. But I'm not. It's always like the database dependent, isn't it? Like if the database is good, then yeah. But if there's not a good database, then nah, probably not. Probably not. That was almost a great goal. It was. Salah went close. Again, for those that... Because there'll be people sitting home now fuming or sitting there giggling, going, oh, I rolled him up. You haven't rolled me up. I just think you're an idiot. And I'm trying to make it a nice place for people that aren't trying to be idiots. That's the thing. So, you know, you might be taking it personally, but... It's not really. As Karius actually saved a shot. Goodness gracious. He's turned up. We might bring Mane on. He's a bit more direct. Let's actually do this. Let's put Aguero up front as an advanced forward. In fact, let's make him a complete forward because he's very good. And then have De Bruyne playmaking in behind. It's not really worked so far, so we're going to get Mane out there. Offers me a slightly different option. Do I have Klasnak on the bench? Because Williams is struggling. I do. Right, he's coming on then. Sorted. Do you delete Twitch videos? Nah, Twitch delete them after 2 weeks. What's my Foot Champs record? Well, I play on PC. Oh, Klein goes close. I play on PC, so there's only 25 matches, which is way more reasonable than the 40 you have to do on console, which I think is pretty unreasonable, to be honest. Last week I went 14-11. That's Douglas Costa as a go. This week, if I don't get 15, I'll be disappointed. I'll be super disappointed, because I was a Gold 1 player last year, and I choked hard on stream last year, so... I don't really have a team yet, though. I need to figure out what my team's going to be. Do you look a bit weird without headphones? I mean, no one will be used to it. I don't have ears. My ears have gone. But I wouldn't say weird, because any time I'm not at the computer, I'm not wearing headphones. If you ever see me out and about, I won't have headphones on, weirdly. I don't carry them around with me, in case it's a picture opportunity. I think, I better put these on, otherwise people aren't going to know who he's with. That's not how it works. I'm very well, Andrew. Thank you for asking. As an Angolan, this is why I don't play you, mate. Because you're a liability. You're going to be sent off, aren't you? You're going to be sent off. In the quarterfinal of the Champions League, you're going to make it all about you. You absolute idiot. Right. Well, De Bruyne's going to have to play a little bit deeper now. Keita and Mane are going to have to just operate as wingers on either side. And Aguero's going to have to hope he can do it himself. We're going to have to go slightly more direct now as well because of your stupidity. Oh, dearie me. And we'll go counter-attacking as well. Well done, Angolan. You fool. Do I watch Stephen Tries? Yes. I do watch Stephen Tries as it happens. Wow, that was a chance. You like my mug? Thank you. It's a toffee crisp mug. I got it in an Easter egg, I think. Yeah, recommend it to anyone. I've got a variety of mugs, to be fair. I would call myself, you've heard of the chicken connoisseur. I'm basically the mug connoisseur. The next spell video is today, as this is being recorded as a stream at 5 o'clock. And most weekdays before October the 20th. That is still the same. Thoughts on Brexit? I think it was a terrific idea, and nothing could possibly go wrong. I'm being sarcastic. Would you ever consider uploading your Twitch streams onto your second YouTube channel? No. It's a good question, though. It's a fair question. I get that question quite a lot, actually. But I feel like streams, generally speaking, like this is different because this is a series that we're continuing that we did on YouTube, and I don't feel like doing loads of one-off videos, especially at this sort of time of the season. This was part of the plan before I started, actually, was to do maybe the last one would have been a stream, like the last sort of 5 games. But I feel like Twitch streams are very in the moment of the stream, so if people are there live, then I want to make sure they get my full attention, because right now I'm kind of aware that people will be watching this as a rebroadcast on YouTube. Hello again. I've mentioned you loads. But it's H1 coming back. When I like the game again, I don't dislike the game. I'm not really feeling it, and I'm the way I approach YouTube is I only really make videos if I'm really enjoying it, right? So if I'm not enjoying H1, I'm not just gonna make the videos because that's what I'm doing. Like that's what I'm doing. Like that's why I've never said there's going to be 100 H1 videos this year or anything like that. I've just sort of said, like, if I'm in the mood to record one, then I'll put one up. If not, then I'm not going to. Like, and if you want to just be there for when I do upload them, the second channel is the place for you. But again, I'm not going to just... I'm not the sort of person even to forcibly upload stuff just to get it up there. You know, I don't think that's right. To get it up there. Lol. Banter. Right, that's not gone well, has it? It's been quite an even game, and I do think in the second leg we still have a chance, to be fair, as I fine the girl on a week's wages. No, it's not unfair. You got sent off, didn't you? It's standard punishment. Shut up. Right. There we go. Dealt with. Lots of other questions have been flying in, to be fair. Where else would you live in the world? Darren's asked. I don't know, really. I don't feel like I've travelled enough to be able to say conclusively I'd quite like to live there. But I mentioned Gibraltar earlier. Gibraltar just seems fun, doesn't it? FFS Velena, thank you so much for your £1 donation. Do you know, this happened the other day. I literally forgot that was a thing. But thanks very much. I appreciate it. Have you just done it twice? I'm confused. It's come up twice. I don't know if you've done it twice. Either way, thanks very much. That's very kind. Yes, thank you. Do I know if and when Jack's coming back to YouTube? I think it's unlikely that he'll come back, but there's like a 10% chance that he'll do a series for FM18. I do know he will be uploading some content for FM18, but I don't know if that means a full-blown series yet, so I guess we'll see. Now, the Xbox Fund isn't back on because I've got one on my desk right now. And I've also got an Elgato, so I could, in theory, like when Call of Duty comes out, I might do like a Road to Commander sort of thing. Because I actually quite like playing the game. That could be quite fun. Ben, can you tell me how to start enjoying FM again? I get about 3 or 4 years into a save and get bored. You have to keep setting yourself little challenges. So, if that's selling your best player and buying 3 regens and then making them worth all like 50 million or something, that's quite a nice little challenge. Should I manage AC Milan or Dortmund for FM18? I think both are really good options. It depends what you want though. I think Milan's the tougher one out of those two, if I had to guess. If you joined... Epic Pandas has asked. This is a fascinating question. If you joined a branch of the military, which branch would you join? That's all right, Matthew. What would I join? I don't know. I don't think... I mean, probably more likely just the army, because I don't think I'd enjoy being in a plane or a boat, really. So, yeah. How you doing, Alex? Good to see you. The Economist 10 has written, "Hey Ben, your videos are my study break from uni. You always crack me up. Thanks for the laughs. If you're ever in Sydney, hit me up and I'll buy you a beer." I'm down. That sounds like fun. Australia. Do you know what? Australia is on my list of places to go in my life. I would like to go to Australia. I think that sounds like good fun. Right, we've got Sunderland in this one. I might rotate a little bit. We'll get Firmino in. We'll get Wijnaldum in. Well, should we change? There's not much more to change. Klasnak can come in as well. Alexander-Arnold. We'll actually have more of a change around than I expected. I'm going to... Danny Ward has played 1 game and he got a 4.6. It can't be that bad again, can it? Right, let's try that again. Come on, Danny. You're playing Sunderland. They're 19th. It should be straightforward. Should be straightforward. We'll see if it is. Passionately say, "I have faith in you." That's not worked. We'll get assertive instead. And I forget that we haven't got any forwards. So that was just the midfielders and the defenders. Join the paratroopers. I did like the green paratrooper. Oh, that's Power Rangers. Apologies. No. Whoops. How you doing, Paulie boy? The Northman's here. Good to see you. Hey, Paulie as well. I watched your documentary yesterday. What was it, like a 5-minute thing about the team you manage? I enjoyed it. It made me laugh. I don't know if that was his intention. I just loved how sort of classically British your managerial style is. Of just go and smash them. Just go and hurt them today. Oh no, look, I'm not interested in a win. Just go and hurt them. I enjoyed it. Ben. Some great questions. If you're watching this back, it's a good job I read the questions out. Otherwise, the answers on their own would be well weird. Oh God, this is embarrassing. Sunderland have scored. Anyway, the question was, Ben, if you could be a soup, what flavour soup would you be? something original, like candy floss. Because then everyone will be like, "What's that? What's candy floss soup?" I'll be like, "Well, you know, I am the guy." I was going to say I am the candy floss soup of YouTube. That, you know, some of you know about me and you think I'm all right, but most people don't know about candy floss soup. As a grower makes it level. Thank goodness. How does one get better to make an FM series intro? Your intros on YouTube are always brilliant. Thanks, man. Put the pressure on for the new ones. It's just a bit of Photoshop and Sony Vegas and a lot of trial and practice. And like, if you look at the Swindon one, I'd like to think the Palmer one was slightly better than that. And then the PSG one was quite smart. And then the Leicester one was all right. The United one was all right. And then the Spal one. I like to keep them simple. But it's just practice. It's just trying different effects out and seeing what looks a bit generic and seeing what looks quite good. So, yeah. Right, 1994, Alex Carroll. You weren't here earlier, I don't think, because you wouldn't have done this if you were. I understand you're trying to be funny. It's not funny. So, like, try and be more sensible. I know it's difficult on a Friday and everyone's, it's a bit wild, you know, you're going to get some sweets this Saturday because your granddad's going around, but like, stop it. Are you fortunate enough to make a living from FM? If so, the beers are on you. I'm in a position where right now I can afford to move out, so things have gone all right, thanks to the people that watch. So thanks very much, folks. Please commentate the matches a little. It's a great feature of your series channel. Okay, right then. 20 minutes to go here. It's Liverpool versus Sunderland. It's not going well. Sunderland are a piss poor outfit, so Liverpool are going to make a couple of changes. Sadio Mane coming on here to play an attacking role. Kate is going to do the same thing on the other side, and we're going to try and force Sunderland back a little bit. Firmino and Aguero here. We're going to push them forward, play them as strikers, and I'm hoping that with all of these changes, there'll be a win around the corner. Now, we could also maybe bring Kevin De Bruyne on. We'll leave that for now and try and get a victory in this game. It's 1-1, 20 minutes to go. Sunderland have had little to nothing in this game, but they've got a free kick. Oviedo pulls it back to the edge. Oviedo gets it back now. He's well offside. Dillabaji doesn't know the rules, and that's definitely not counting. It won't count. Rule it out. Strike it off. Still 1-1. Danny Ward not having the greatest performance here. We'll all remember that time when he got a 6.4 rating. Or no, 4.6 rating even. Abysmal. But yeah, now 10 minutes to go. And a chance for Liverpool. Trent Alexander-Arnold throws it back to Jordan Henderson. Gets it back. And a cross comes in. Dillabaji clears though. Out to Virgil van Dijk. And now Wijnaldum finds Alexander-Arnold, whose first time delivery is good. And Keita, well, he's given a penalty kick, the referee. He's dead certain. The Sunderland players, they're furious. He's waving them away. He doesn't want to hear from them. What was that? And it goes, well, it's a penalty kick to be taken by Jorginho Wijnaldum. He's confident. The shadows on the pitch are quite the distraction. The goalkeeper, he's waving his arms. Jorginho Wijnaldum for Liverpool. Oh, for God's sake. It remains 1-1. He's missed the penalty. Flipping heck. Well, there we are. Still 1-1. Not much time. Liverpool got it all to do. Roberto Firmino so far. Oh, wait, is there a chance? Sorry, cancel that. What's going on? There's no chance. I've been conned. Okay. And it looks as if at Anfield, it's a typical Liverpool performance. They've been unable to break down Sunderland with just 15 seconds remaining. It's now or never for Liverpool. Sadio Mane, he drives down this right-hand side. The delivery, it's got to be good. And it's not good. Jordan Pickford claims. And it's going to end 1-1. And Liverpool's title chances, 19 points behind with 6 games to go, are over. It's a disaster. It's an absolute bloody disaster. How was that? Was that enjoyable? Was that good? Hopefully that was good. Thank you, James. I appreciate the comment. You're from Hong Kong. I've never been there. Hopefully you like it. Right then. I like the fact you can retract messages. It says like, retracted message. But there we are. I don't have a live bleep gidge, so I couldn't do it. How hard is foot champs? Depends what sort of mood I'm in. I mean, it'll go either really well or really badly, so I guess we'll see. Grove's just got 1.2 million there for that goal against Sunderland. Excellent. We've got 16 million in the bank. Not good. Right, how many more games are we going to play today? I think I said FA Cup semi-final, which I think will bring us to about an hour, so we've got about four left or so. I guess we'll see. Where's my dream place to go? I think me and Ellie want to go. Ellie Curtains. We want to go to New York, so probably New York's up there. Because I just want to see what it's like. I would imagine it's quite like London, but I just think there's something a bit more mysterious about New York. So I think that'd be interesting. There's quite a few places though. Like someone mentioned Australia earlier. I quite like to go to Sydney, or one of the sort of more touristy places of Australia. So yeah. What's your second favourite sport? Can I say esports? Because I was thinking about this the other day. That people say, "Oh, what's your favourite sport outside of football?" And in reality, in terms of like watching, it'd definitely be esports. Now we could have the esports conversation, and I know there'll be some people going, "That's not a proper. Hey, you over there. That ain't a proper sport." Right? Yeah, I get that, but it's enjoyable though, and they have to put a similar amount. Don't care. It's not a sport. All right, fair enough. What's your favourite sport? Well, I love a bit of darts. Right, thanks, mate. Cheers. Brilliant. We'll move on. Home game against Bayern Munich coming up. Adam Lallana comes into the squad. Team-wise, I think we've got to bring De Bruyne back in. He's been electric this year. The problem is, Wijnaldum's not looking the best. We might go for the partnership of Lallana and Jordan Henderson in the centre, maybe. So we'll give that a go. Thoughts on Lincoln City? Yeah, I hope they do well, generally. Right. Karius better come in, I guess. Klasak or Williams? I think we should go for a more attacking fullback. I think he's probably that guy. We'll play Klein as well. I think everything else is going to remain the same. We're going to give Lallana a bit of license to roam here. This isn't going to be an easy game, though. This is the problem. We're going to pass into space because we've got a lot of speed in that forward line. We may as well try and make the most of it. We are 2-0 down, though. And although we are first of the game, we're 2-0 down. Lewandowski, Muller, Douglas Costa, Renato Sanchez, Thiago, Vidal, Alaba, Hummels, Boateng, Lindelof, and Neuer in goal. It's a pretty solid lineup. I think we can all agree. I'm going to get aggressive. I'm going to say, look, I'm expecting you to avenge what happened last time. There we go. That's what we're talking about. And then get passionate and say, look, there's a lot more to come from you. I believe you've got what it takes. And they sort of loved it. So there we go. Hey, don't slug off the darts. No, I just use it as my example. I've got no issue with the darts. Me and the darts get on fine. I once met Phil Taylor at an airport, so I'm basically a darts player based on that. I used to have a dartboard in my room, actually, and then Eddie moved in, and I had to get rid of the dartboard. So kind of wish we hadn't brought up darts now I think about it. Right then, can we come back in this game? That's the question. We've got it all to do. I think our forward line have certainly got the ability. We recently beat Spurs 5-1 in an FA Cup game. So, knockout football is where we thrive. The question is, are we good enough today to beat Bayern Munich? Because Thomas Muller, he misses an early chance. We're going attacking, though. We're keeping it fluid as well. I'm just hopeful that if we get an early goal, that will give us the jolt we need. Otherwise, this is going to be game over. Pretty sharpish. But we've got a corner kick. Jordan Henderson puts it in. It's headed clear by Lindelof. There's loads of us on the edge of the area, and Neuer picks it up, and we have to race back now. Our two centre-backs have flown back. You can see there our attacking four playing across a similar line. Another corner kick this time. Henderson again plays it in. It's a better delivery, but headed clear again. Salah gets there first. He's got an option to his right, but he comes down this left-hand side and finds Jetro Williams as he plays it forward to Os Campos. No, actually, it's Balde Keita. I don't know why I say it, by the way, if you're watching. I don't know why I say Os Campos, because it's not. It's a Campos. But I say Os Campos every time. I've got no idea why. It's a problem. I need to send help. Matip, forward to Aguero. He plays it up towards Keita, who takes on his man, dribbling supremely well. Into Lallana now. Kevin De Bruyne, as he plays it back to Sergio Aguero. Keita's in on goal, and it's 1-0. Is he onside? He is. And Liverpool are back in this tie. Lovely worked move. Keita really was starting and finishing it. And it's a great little bit of football from us. De Bruyne slides the ball through to Aguero, who just stays onside Keita. He's in line with David Alaba, and slides it home. That's what we're talking about. That's what we wanted to see. Now, can we use that as a bit of a launch pad for the rest of this game? We're on the attack again. Kevin De Bruyne heads it down to Klein. Crossed in. Doesn't meet the first defender. Aguero's there, though. And it comes out to Williams. Ball's to the back post. De Bruyne's there, and he's found the back of the net. Liverpool back on level terms. 40 minutes gone. It's Liverpool 2. It's Bayern Munich 0. And all of a sudden, there's been quite the turnaround. An away goal for Bayern will change everything. But Liverpool have put themselves back in contention. A great ball to the back post. And De Bruyne, from what looked like an impossible angle, slots home. There we go. 2. Easy business. That's what we're talking about. Let's go for a third. It's a Bayern Munich chance. This could crush the dream. Douglas Costa, tackled though by Salah, and the ball forward. Doesn't find anyone. Hummels brings it forward into Vidal, and Bayern Munich. Lots of quality on the pitch. Certainly got an opportunity here to cause us a problem. Thomas Muller lays it to Lindelof, who tries to slide it across, but Chiesa gets back and clears and finds Mohamed Salah, and the counter-attack, the breakaway could be on. Klein over the top for Sergio Aguero. The comeback is almost complete, but Neuer makes the save. I'm knackered. Right, well, there we are. 2-0. Corner kick. Jordan Henderson. Steven Gerrard 2.0 with the delivery. Renato Sanchez of Swansea City clears. And it remains then 2-0. As we get towards half-time, Liverpool's comeback dreams are certainly on. Passionately say, keep going out there, lads. Another goal should be enough to get us over the line, which might be incorrect, but that's what I'm going to say anyway. We're going to keep the passionate attitude going and stay on attacking fluid. Bayern Munich have come to Anfield, and it's been one of those famous European nights at Anfield. The flags are flying, the fans are singing, and Liverpool are just a goal away from turning this round completely. Bayern Munich have not had a shot on target in this game. They were dominant in Munich, but now things have turned around. But Thiago with a free kick in the second half. Joel Matip rises highest and clears, but Bayern Munich come again. Thiago leaves it back to Boateng, and Liverpool know that the counter-attack could well be on if the ball's retrieved. But Alaba on this left-hand side even finds Douglas Costa, and Thomas Muller cracks against the bar. A huge chance for Bayern Munich, but it's not from the back of the net. And Bayern, will that be a key moment in the game when Bayern had a chance to put this game to bed? Liverpool, though, know that with 25 minutes, they are surely the favourites now. The momentum's with them. A change is incoming. They're looking over at the bench. Oh, it looks as if a double change. No, just a single change. He's changed his mind. Sadio Mane is coming on for Mohamed Salah in this wing position. He knows he can be dangerous in these latter stages. The tired legs of Bayern Munich, the phones are going off. The breaking news is developing. With 20 minutes to go, can Liverpool find a way to get back into this game? That's the question. I say get back into it, win this game. Nathaniel Klein finds De Bruyne into Sadio Mane, the substitute. Klein and acres of space. The delivery's good. Aguero's there. It's back out to Klein. He's got another opportunity and he plays it to the front post. Neuer, though, claims the veteran keeper at this stage of his career, and the clearance is good. A big kick launched upfield. Joel Matip gets ahead to it, and Chiesa's going to pick up the loose ball. He's got runners either side of him. A tackle comes in from Diego Vidal. That, my friend, not Diego Vidal, that's a Salford Story player, but Vidal, it's an awful challenge, and he's seen red. Arturo Vidal, the cousin, the late second cousin of Diego Vidal, has been sent off. And with 15 minutes to go, Liverpool need to apply the pressure. They need to find this goal. They don't need to go to extra time. There should be more space on the pitch as Williams bursts forward into Chiesa. Williams gets it again. The delivery's good. It's Kevin De Bruyne. He finds Adam Lallana, and it's in the back of the net. It's 3-0. Oh my word. Liverpool have found a way back into it. They've dominated the game. The red card has changed everything. And with the second cousin of Diego Vidal taken off, Adam Lallana finds the finish, and it's Liverpool 3, it's Bayern Munich 0. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, can Liverpool see this out now? A change in mentality is required. They're going to come off attacking. They're going to play slightly more reserved. Bayern Munich surely going to push for a goal. And a goal still changes everything. But it's a Henderson corner in the final 30 seconds. Liverpool know now they just have to hold on. Nathaniel Klein can run down this clock. He plays it to his England teammate Jordan Henderson, who plays it inside to Lallana. A shot from distance way over the bar will suffice. And Jordan Henderson now with a job to keep it in that corner. And that, my friends, should well be that. Quite the performance from Liverpool to turn this around, and they make it to the Champions League semi-finals. Can I get a hashtag scenes in the chat? Oh my goodness gracious, we've seen it live. It's not just in videos, sometimes it happens live as well. Oh, how many times did he reload for that? Shut your mouths. Nothing at all. It was all like, see, you can't create moments like that. You can't fake that sort of stuff. I've failed enough times to know. But there we are. 5.6 million. We're loving life. And there we are then. We've Manchester United potentially in the semi-finals, but this, I mean, the story continues, folks. The stories continue. Well then, would you Adam and Eve it? Who saw this coming? Not me, for sure. But it's happened now, and we're loving it. How many people are tuned in right now? I mean, what a thing to witness. Right then. There we are then. I mean, when's the draw for the next round? That was exciting, wasn't it? I got into that. I don't know if you could tell, but there we are. I got well into it. Ooh. And there you are. Someone asked earlier, can we get some live commentary? That's what makes your videos good. There you are. There was some live commentary for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Pricked. No, I've lost enough finals and semi-finals and quarter-finals and group stages to know that, you know, your narrative really, in reality, has to come from things that are actually happening. You can't force a narrative, if you know what I'm saying, viewers. Right then, hashtag scenes. Right then, let's see who we getting in the semi-finals. I know Manchester United made it. I'm not sure who else got in. So it's Barcelona, PSG, United, and Liverpool. And the draw now then, as we draw it out. We're at home in our first leg. I don't know if I like that or not. Regardless, though, we are facing off against Barcelona. I've coughed everywhere. It's a disaster. Like, you wouldn't get that in at UEFA, unless they spat out money, obviously. PSG will play Manchester United, but we've got Barcelona. Luis Suarez, Lionel Messi, and Neymar is still there, of course. That's going to be an interesting game, a tough game as well. Make no mistake. I just realised that if we'd have played PSG, we would have faced off against Coutinho, who I think I sold. So yeah, he's their key player. Basically, he was the Neymar of the situation. 95 million, 15 goals, 12 assists. He's actually done pretty well for them. But there we are. So I just coughed everywhere there. Apologies, folks. Literally just click the stream at half time. What a moment to witness. Yes, James, welcome. Right then, that was good from us, wasn't it? That was quite impressive. Do we have a game on the Saturday now? Oh, it never stops, does it? We've also got the semi-final against Stoke. That's going to be our final game today. So we've got 3 to go. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That was enjoyable. I enjoyed that. That was enjoyable. Hashtag content. Ben, do you think when we leave Europe we'll still be able to compete in the Champions League? I suspect so, yeah. I don't think that'll have a major impact. Right, well, let's face it, the league's gone. We may as well focus on the Champions League and the FA Cup. So forget the rest of it. But that was a good performance. Let's get a few players that haven't been so involved. Pastore can play. Let's give Mane the start in this one. Origi on the left hand side. Let's bring. Do I want to bring Ronaldo back in? Emre Can can come back in, and we'll play Grujic next to him as well instead of Lallana. Just a little switch around. Trent Alexander-Arnold. We'll keep Karius in there though because he needs the games really. You're a new sub. Thanks for watching. Welcome aboard. I do wonder how new people still find me. To be fair. I do wonder, ladies and gentlemen, the draw for the. We'll do that impression another time when it's not offensive, maybe. All right then, here we go. That's sorted. Boom. A spelling job or Parma drama, which is your favourite? Ooh, I think Parma drama had. I think the story in Parma drama was. I tweeted this out the other day actually, but I think the story in Parma drama was probably better. I think the way it all happened, it was a bit more of an obvious fight. Whereas I think the connection with the players, as much as people loved people like Monier, I think the connection with like Dorian and stuff is something I've not really had before. Actually, not had a player like Dorian before, so it's different. And I mean, I've not had a strike partnership this good. We talked about this as well. I've never had a partnership be this prolific, but Heiser and Spira are ridiculous. So I've always had one striker that's been good. I've never had two. So that's kind of cool. So I like different things about different saves. I wouldn't necessarily. I think they're pretty similar. Obviously, I did a lot more sort of sketch stuff in Parma drama. The Grujic scores. A really good time to score. Dead first half, by the way, but we've scored now. Monier and Sharon were incredible. They were technically they were really good, yeah. And together they were probably better than both of them. Like if you put the stats together, they were probably a better partnership. And I think that could have gone on to be a really good partnership. But Sharon came in a bit late, to be fair. It's hard to say. People might wonder, actually, and I'll say this now on a live stream, and if people want to watch the rebroadcast, you're more than welcome to. But you will have no doubt noticed, I've got something in my throat, folks, I don't know if you've noticed. People will have noticed that I don't do intros as much as I did for Salford and Parma. There's two reasons why that's the case. One, if it's not natural, I'm not going to do it, and I'm not just going to force it in. If I the part of Salford and Parma was I wanted to do it every morning. I was I knew what intro I was going to do, and I did it. Whereas I'm almost enjoying the save of Spal more, so I don't. There's not as much dead time because Spal are challenging for things, and we score a lot and we play well right now. Also, if I did it every day for 3 years and I did an intro every day, while some people would probably love it, it would get boring quickly. And so if I decide to do it again, where there's a little story at the start of every video and a little sketch bit with G or whatever, or Ben Sports News, then when that comes back again, brilliant news. When that comes back again, hopefully you'll appreciate it more because it had been away for a bit. And I don't want to bring it back until it's like significantly better. And I'm not going to lie, I've been waiting like 2 years to move out. And the fact I can now move out makes me think, actually, we can do a little bit more now. So that's what I'm excited to do now I'm moving out. There's not going to be like an instant change of, oh, he's moved out now, they're going to be way better videos. But you know what I mean? That it's going to give me the opportunity to have more space and have more time to do things I've wanted to do for 2 years that I've not been able to. So I'm quite excited. I'll put it that way. I'm quite excited. We are losing to Southampton here, which I'm sure they're loving and enjoying immensely, but I'm not, and it's making me feel very sad. So, is Ben Sports News actually you? No, I said sketches with Ben Sports News. I didn't say I was Ben Sports News. Don't get it twisted. There you are. But there you are. A bit of explanation for those that are interested. Bit of live explanation. If you've watched before on Twitch, you might have heard me say that before. But if you're new, firstly, hello. Secondly, subscribe. Thirdly, leave a like. And I've no more to add, Your Honour. So, but there we are. As we've got a little bit of... oh, blimey. For God's sake. Okay, well, this isn't going very well, is it? I mean, Paul, if you didn't know, you didn't know, mate. What can I tell you? Where are we going with this? I've got no idea where we're going with this. Oh, yeah, the games basically aren't as thrilling as that Bayern match. So if you've got any questions, now is the time to ask, because these Prem games are going to be a bit backburnery. The worst part about this is I'm probably not going to get into the top 4 now because of this defeat. So, well done. Now, does Ben Sports News have a job? Yeah, he's a painter and decorator. Outside of doing transfer news. He loves it, frankly. Manly cough, thanks. Thanks very much, yeah, I appreciate it. That's, alright, apples and pears. That's Proudy, by the way. Where's he come from? Losing to your youth team, I know, it's poor, isn't it? But Ward Prowse knows he'll get a move after that performance, so he's loving it. We've got Bournemouth next, who have just beaten Leicester 2-0, so they're on fire. That's what I wanted to see. Southampton receive, I love that. As part of that game that I've lost 3-1, or whatever it was, 4-1, I had to give Southampton $1 million for Mane. That's fantastic, isn't it? That is lovely. I mean, they've won 1-0, or they've won 4-1, and they get $1 million from me for playing a player that didn't do very well in the game. Amazing. Right, Gruitch, you're not having a new contract, mate. Chill out. The occasional sketch is good, but every day would be too much. I remember Sports News a couple of times a season with a few G phone calls sprinkled in. It's not good balance for current series. I agree. What's the new backdrop going to look like? Good question. It's going to be different. I'll say that much. Having been in the office that I'm going to have enough now to know, it's going to be different. So, I don't know how you're going to feel about it. Will Yap Stam appear in any of your FM18 saves if he's free and available? Yeah, but he's currently at Reading, isn't he? So he'd have to be sacked for that to happen, I guess. Favourite 3 regens you've had? Heiser, Monier. Oh, no, actually, that's not true, is it? Oh, that's hard. Top 3. Oh, I don't know. Jeff Thomas. Jeff Thomas. Dorian's got to be in there. He's got to be in there. And then it's either Monier or Pixie. That's pretty hard, actually. I don't know. I don't think I can look past Jeff Thomas, though. That's pretty difficult. I'm not sure. Jeff Thomas is definitely top 3, though. But then I don't know after that. Then it's like... Then Dorian has to be in there. I've never had one as good as Dorian. I like the fact a lot of people are just typing Jeff Thomas. That's funny. The Unison, that's a good reference. That most people won't even know unless you watch the streams. Right, let's play our first 11 against this team. And then... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Alright, we'll play that. And then we'll rest them. And then play them in the FA Cup game. I've never had a player as good in, I don't know how many series I've done, like 8 or 9. I mean, I was due one, really. In 8 or 9 series, I've never had a player come through my own academy and be as good as Dorian, to be fair. And I don't think I'll have one as good as Dorian for a while now, which kind of sucks, but it's just the way it is. This league table, I don't want to see anymore because it's almost irrelevant unless we win every game from now on. Jeff Thomas was the assist king. Match of the day. Salford was 200 episodes, right? So there's more references with Salford than any other series. I do find that people have got an attachment to Salford because it was so long. There are like almost double the amount of references. But when I'm reminded of things like Match of the Day, I love that. That's the sort of thing I forget. But I love that. Match of the Day. Ben as England manager. There was a plan to do that this summer, and it fell through. And I just never told anyone. But there was a big plan to do that this summer, and I didn't do it. So, maybe I'll just have to delay it for next summer and make it really good. I can make it better now than I could. And that was part of it as well. I knew that if I delayed it a year, it'd be a World Cup year, and it'd be better anyway. So that's a stupid goal. But yeah, that was a plan for this year. That's one of the series that nearly happened, but didn't happen. There's been quite a few of those, to be fair, that were like the teams I nearly did that I didn't do. That was one of them. It is a miracle that you kept Dorian in Spal. Yeah, I don't know how it's really happened. The fact I've got him on a contract is mad to me, to be honest. Salford was your first series. I think Salford was the first series for a lot of people. If you look at the viewing numbers on those series, you can see why so many people joined then, because that's one of my most well viewed series by far. Spal's done pretty well though, actually. Spal's done better than I thought it would, because Spal's not a team that anyone would have any kind of connection to, whereas Salford came after doing a Manchester United save, so that hooked people in straight away who had watched from the Manchester United save. We're like, oh no, he's doing Salford. That wasn't actually planned, but it just worked out really well. So, you think Palmer was your favourite? Palmer was the first save I like. Okay, so when you play Football Manager, right, you have saves that you really enjoy, and you have a lot of fun playing. We've scored some janky goals in this game that you really enjoy. So you'll have saves that you really enjoy. But Palmer was the first save I'd ever had on Football Manager, and part of it was because I knew I was sharing it with 5,000 people every time I uploaded one, and that was amazing. But I was excited to play Palmer. Every time I loaded up Palmer, I got excited to play it. And my way of playing Football Manager is that I don't now play this is the biggest change in my Football Manager playing, is that I don't now play. That's a ridiculous free kick from De Bruyne. I mean, arguably should have been saved, but holy dearie me. Show me a reverse angle of that, please. Or the behind, his angle of that. Oh, yeah. This is a great goal. But yeah, the big switch for me has been that I don't play Football Manager now. I don't play it outside of videos or streams, which is, the big change for me. Because people often say, oh, how do you not burn out? I'm still playing Football Manager with, a week to go until the new one or whatever. Or 2 weeks to go. And the reason is that I don't feel burnt out. I manage it really well, ironically, and I play other games and I keep it fresh and I don't bore myself with it. I try and when I react to it, when I'm playing it obviously in a series and I'm reacting to it, it's mainly because I don't play it all the time. So I'm not seeing some of the things I see now are still things I've seen for the first time. Obviously you pick up patterns and stuff, and I've got over 1,000 hours, so of course I'm going to recognise things, but overall, I mean, I feel I don't know, I manage myself well to the point where I don't get burnt out. And I think we see a lot of YouTubers, and I don't want to name work the space, but we see a lot of YouTubers burn out because they play it solid for a period of time, and then it's just it becomes a bit of a for example, right? I'm going to be open and just say this is my job now, but I'll never let it make it feel like it's my job. That's what I'm really careful about, because I think if it ever becomes to feel like that, then I'll stop enjoying it and the videos won't be as good. And my number one thing is making sure that the videos are good. I'm not going to try. I'm very conscious of that. I don't want to take 20 minutes of someone's day to watch something that's not very good. Why should I expect people to watch if I don't think it's good? So the number one thing always has to be that video is good. I'm conscious now that I'm streaming, for an hour and a half. I'm not sure how long we've gone for. We've just gone an hour. So I'm streaming for about an hour and a half today. And I'm taking an hour and a half of people's time. If they watch this rebroadcast back, hopefully you're finding stuff out about me through questions and stuff that you didn't know before. So it's still like a decent video. As much as, and I look at like every stream like that, generally speaking. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit of a nerd for looking at it like that, but I'm very conscious of the people watching, and I'd hate to feel like they felt like they were wasting their time watching it. So there you go. Opened up a bit there. It was a bit honest, but I guess YouTube lot don't see that side of me really. So worth saying, I reckon. How many hours do you have on this year's game? I don't know exactly. I can check though. I have 1,090 hours. So for most people, right, that's not a lot. There'll be loads of you watching now that have got more than that, than me. And it's interesting that last year I had 1,400. In 15 I had 1,600. So it's slowly getting like, I mean, from that anyway, it looks like it's getting less, right? As everyone bangs in a fifth. So it's interesting. It's really interesting that I'm managing it. Like for me, that's me managing it really well. Like the fact I can play 1,000 hours, still love the game, and be excited for the new one, and I still feel like I've played a year of Football Manager. It's pretty good. Must be a nightmare doing your income tax return. I've literally got to do it this month. This is like, I've got to do it soon. I've got it on my desk of what I need to go through and sort it out. It's 27 pages of stuff to go through. Bit of a nightmare. But it's on my desk right now, ready to be done. I've been putting it off, but I have to do it this month. So, to answer your question, yes, it is a nightmare. Do I like Formula 1? I'm not massively into it. I used to be into it when it was on BBC, but then when Sky bought it, I lost interest, really. Salah's picked up a dead leg. I've had Henderson and now Salah picking up injuries here. We'll keep him out there because it's only a dead leg. It's not going to affect his time out, really. We're going to rest the boys, and hopefully they'll be ready for this semi-final. 6-1 though, that's pretty emphatic. Sort of fixture that could put us in a good space for the next game. But that's a decent win. Steve has an own goal, that's why. I couldn't figure out why they only had 5 goals on the thing. And he's on the second channel. When there's videos, there'll be videos, essentially. Live stream income tax return. Probably not. Van Dijk. Oh, he's 5 appearances away from me having to pay 5 million to Southampton. Oh my word. Heavens above. Okay, Salah's going to be injured, but I think he's going to be okay. This, by the way, for those who didn't see it, this is how I ended up making everyone mad. It's because I had everyone selected, moved a defender who was out for 5 months to the under 23s, but because everyone was selected, they all moved. So that was smart, wasn't it? How many hours have I got in CS? 1,500. Well, 1,458. Why do you only use 2 instructions? I don't know, actually. On this tactic, I feel like less is more, really. I've not needed to put loads on, and I've been relatively successful. I probably could have done better in the league, to be fair, but we're in the semi-final of the Champions League, semi-final of the FA Cup. I don't know. I don't really know where this season fell down, to be honest. I guess actually, today it's not been great. We lost to United and lost to Sunderland, but we still would have been off the pace, and we lost to Southampton. Actually, last stream was way better. We did far better. We only lost to Arsenal in that one, and we started the season a bit poorly. Lost to Spurs, lost to City, lost to Palace. And lost to West Ham as well, 6-1. Wait, was that this year? God, that feels like ages ago now. Okay, final game of the stream though, and then next time we do it, will potentially be the last stream of this series. Of course, it'll be on YouTube, so no one will be missing out. I don't know when that's going to be. It might even. I'm thinking about this. It won't be tomorrow, and it won't be Sunday. It might be Monday. I don't know. Maybe Monday morning, Monday afternoon, maybe. Did Arsenal lose? Did they? So are we a lot closer now? I think they did lose. I think you're right. They lost 2-1 to City. Right, who do Arsenal play in this run-in? If they've got some tough games, that'll be really good for me. They play Newcastle, Palace, and West Brom. Now we have a game in hand, and we play Leicester, Everton, Brighton, Middlesbrough. So our run-in's not too bad actually. So yeah. Not too bad. Why did you sign Andy Carroll? Because he's a Liverpool legend. In a way. So, That's why. It gives us confidence. Certainly hope so. I'm more relieved than jubilant. He deserves a lot of credit for making it work as quickly as he done. Oh, is this their manager? Nah, criticise him. Drew about winning it. Second. Top one. There we go. Stork then. Coming up. As if this has already gone for an hour. I know, right? Feels pretty quick. Streams are good like that. What time is it? 2 o'clock. There will be a spell episode. If you're watching this live, there will be a spell episode at 5 p.m. Back to 5 p.m. Although that's been changing this week because of SI's releases. So, Ben, you've got no chance of overtaking Arsenal. They happen to be in their sacred 4th place. Well, that's okay though, because I'm doing an Arsenal save next year. So if they stay there every season, that'll be a success. That'll be a success. If anyone watched the 800 years in the future videos, the Arsenal situation in those videos is amazing. It's really funny. I enjoyed looking at where they finished. Right, here we are then. I think after resting the team, this is definitely the team we're going to play for this game. I might put Gomez on the bench instead of Ward, because if we get any defensive injuries, I want to be able to cover every position. I might actually take Saka off and put maybe Wijnaldum, because he's a bit different to Shan and Lallana. Okay, what do you think, viewers? Do we think... man, this is tough. Maybe we put Saka in because he's actually a better option than Gomez at the back. Although Gomez can play there. I'm a bit indifferent on Nangolan, really, because he's a bit of a live wire, isn't he? But he's so good. I think you have to put him in there. Maybe switch him round and have Nangolan in a bit more of a free role so he doesn't have to play make as much. His passing's only 14. Henderson's is 16. So he's probably slightly better in this deep line playmaker role. We'll give Nangolan the automatic central midfield role. He can kind of do whatever he wants depending on how we're playing. Then you've got the front 4 looking pretty deadly. Back 4 should be fine. Harrison goal's a bit of a worry, but... Okay, here we go then. Did I say Champions League there? I'm an FA Cup. Right, semi-final. We should have enough to beat Stoke anyway, but let's see. Let us see. Monier or Heiser? I think Dorian probably edges it right now. We'll see how the season ends, because Monier, we were more successful with Monier. We'll see how the season ends, though. Although, then again, I don't think the squad that... Like, the Spal squad's nowhere near as good as the Parma squad, so... In my opinion, anyway. And Juventus... Like, basically, in the Parma series, Juventus and Inter and everyone else were really strong, whereas, I don't know, Italian football just feels weaker than before this time around. But then again, I've got 2 strikers that score like 30 goals each season. So Henderson with a free kick, whips it into the middle. Shawcross heads it clear. And, I mean, it's a game at Wembley, right? So it's a game you want to win. Klein to Williams. And you can see we've got a lot of players forward still as Keita slides it through to Aguero. Difficult angle, pulls it back. It's going to be Scoofs that gets clear. Henderson back into Nangolan. He's playing slightly further ahead, actually. This works out quite nicely with Henderson sort of dictating and allowing Nangolan to sort of run wherever he likes. Back into Aguero. If he can play a little through ball, it doesn't quite reach its intended target. Out towards Van Dijk, and Henderson starts it all over again. Nangolan through to Salah, De Bruyne, back to Nangolan, out towards Aguero now, and a nice little flick to... I mean, what a move this is. Flipping heck. It all happens so quickly. Aguero to De Bruyne, through to Mohamed Salah, who finished it off. Lovely team goal. What a move. That was a load of passes. We mentioned that in Spal recently, but flipping heck. How many passes was that? Aguero, little flick from him. Keita into De Bruyne, first touch laying off to Salah, and then he just drills it through the keeper, and we go 1-0 up. What a goal. That was lovely to watch. Enjoyed that a lot. Before Nangolan gets another red. Hopefully not. Nangolan. Hopefully not. Right. Oh, yeah, by the way, after this stream, is that Ryan Shawcross of all the people? Offside, maybe? Offside? Offside. Ooh, dear me. What a picture, by the way. After this stream, I'm going to be streaming FIFA's Foot Champions on Twitch, probably, because that's where that belongs. I don't know how quickly after this, maybe like 2:30, because I've got to sort of team out and stuff, but I'm going to be starting my Foot Champs campaign on PC after this, if those that are interested. If you're watching this after the rebroadcast, it's probably finished. But we've gone 2-0 up. Keita gets a second. Liverpool looking good. Stoke looking at all at 6s and 7s. We'll be going into the final at this stage. I don't actually know who's in the other semi-final. It is Manchester City are already in the final, so it's an opportunity to play City. I'll tell you what, next episode is going to be, or next stream/episode is going to be a right cracker. We're going to have the semi-final against Barcelona. Hopefully, if things carry on like this, an FA Cup final against City. And then maybe even the Champions League final if we do well. And the battle for fourth is still on because Arsenal lost that game. And we've got a game in hand. So lots to play for next time. This has been quite a nice builder episode. We had that game against Bayern, which was a stunner. I will try and answer as many questions as possible in the next 5 minutes. Your top 5 regions: Jeff Thomas, Dorian, Monier, Arsenal and Neri. Interesting list. Who's going down in the Premier League this season, Ben? Good question. I'm not really sure. I feel like Palace, and then it could be anyone really. But Palace are in trouble this year, big trouble. As Bojan gets a goal back. Shouldn't have mentioned this. Should not have mentioned it. Can we get a league table view? Yeah, sorry, there's no league table because it's a cup game, but someone did write that. What do I have for lunch today? I've not actually had lunch today so far. All I've done is have half a cup of tea, so I need to get a drink. E.W. Angolan, Belgium let him smoke cigarettes while on industrial duty. Who's going to mess with him? Very true. Who's your favourite overall player from any series? Andy Tannoy, maybe. I think he's probably the one of the most synonymous with him and Danny Webber, right? Favourite player. It's tough because I think Dorian right now is like pushing every category that you could say. I think that he's like the one player that is like changing all of my lists for things. Like for example, if I have to do, like, I'm probably going to do this next week, like an all-time regen 11 of players that I've had, or all-time best 11 of players I've had through every series so far. Maybe I'll do it regens actually. Would you prefer it to be like all players or regens? That's a good question. What do you think? All players or regens? Let me know in the comments of this stream. Oh my god, what has occurred? Shaqiri's had a deflected free kick go in, and they're back level. Unbelievable scenes. I don't know then. Let's think about this. Would I do regens or would I do all players? Because what I'm saying is Dorian like enters every list now. That's the thing that's interesting about it, because he's a regen. And if I didn't do regens, you'd have players like Kondogbia really close, I guess. And Danny Graham would be quite close on the bench. Both. I mean, that's true. We could do both. We could look at the end of a series and see who was good. I think regens is probably... God, regens is so hard. I'd have to play like a 4-3-3 formation probably. Or a 3-4-3 or something. Actually, no, 3-4-3 probably. Oh, no, what we should play is the 3-4-1-2. We should play the Salford formation. Is what we should do. Yeah, I think that's what we should do. I don't know who would get in from Spal, to be fair. There's a few players that would surprise you that are close. Like Ruben Diaz is probably pretty close. But he's a real person. This is what I mean, you see. Like he's been phenomenally good for me. I had him on loan for like 3 years. Who else from Spal would get in? See, Spear would be close, but I don't think he'd get in. Isn't that weird? Like Renzi certainly wouldn't get in because I only had him for a year. Oh, De Bruyne, yes! That's what we're talking about. Do both players and regens. All right, okay. Maybe we'll do both then. To be fair, if I'll put it this way, right? If we did real players and regens, I would bet 90% of the team, maybe 9 of the 11 players would be regens, maybe more actually. The more I think about it, keeper would be, defenders definitely one regen. That's the name that always comes up when I'm talking about defenders. I don't know if Ruben Diaz would make it. It'd be pretty close between him and a few others, like Rubio, players like that. It'd be pretty close. Midfield wise would be regen. Left wing, I'm not sure. Left wing would be pretty close. Attacking midfield. I don't know. I'd put there, to be fair. And then strikers, I might have to just play 4-3-3. Right then, we're in the final of the FA Cup. We completed that little mission as we were talking about something else. And that is probably then going to bring us to the end, because we're going to come back next time for what should be a really exciting stream, as well as, it'll probably be a bit longer as well. We've got 2 games against Barcelona coming up. Leicester in the middle of that, a Merseyside derby, an FA Cup final against Manchester City, and hopefully, if we can get past Barcelona, a Champions League final as well. That, though, is going to be quite the task, but one that I am looking forward to. If you've enjoyed the stream, do leave a like on the video. I think you can do that right now, can't you? And if you enjoyed the video version of this as well, drop a like on it. And yeah, there'll be another stream for those that are here live soon. Twitch.tv/DrBenji if you're interested in that. There is a link on my Twitter page at DrBenji. So yeah, if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. As I say, if you enjoyed it, leave a like. And that then, as I say, will bring us to the very end. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And from me and the Liverpool Save, we will see you again very soon, meaning sometime next week. Goodbye. This was fun, and thanks for all your questions, viewers. Bye, everyone. I'll wave. You waving? Just me then. Okay.